by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honour, peace, and the defence of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Commonwealth Town, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you Weah vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he was falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commenced the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how Weah had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they cared. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to pride in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never ever buy in to your tricks. Never ever buy in to your tricks. He would never ever.
There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
So last night, the moment we put the radio on, he put it because he got about the food. And so he started hearing, they start discussing about the way being also. They may trying to lead the country. He break down. He said, oh, the men me are dying a day. Then the people won't pull him also. I said, nobody will pull him also. Now, bonus still last night. They have to give him painter injection before la boy ladder. This morning, he just laying and briefing. The people say, but what happened? He holding on his chest. He say his heart burning him, his chest burning him. My Liberian people. Since my soul was fêté mass parler, high profile government official. The government, they are not making any progress. They don't even care. They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
You see that? You see that? You see what I do? You see what I do? You see what I do? You see it? Yeah. You see that? You see what the States are doing? It's actually on.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or certain condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, that he kept watch over us and has brought us into this day, a day to not only acknowledge him, but his goodness, a day that he takes all the praises and all the glory because he is that good God. So thank you all for coming on. We appreciate all of you good people. Before we get into our announcement, just so you know, very shortly, many of you raised concern about the lady whose son was allegedly sodomized by Peter Bonajala, whom the police charged with gang sodomy. SATA, I told you people did before yesterday, I tried reaching out. It was partly successful, and you people did add your voices, your wisdom that we pursue, and you people readiness to be of help whichever way you can. Fortunately for me, and I got through to SATA. She is Sataras as candidate, but the short form is SATA. So she's here with us institutionally. We don't have morning sitting down in Kings FM at 8.5. We are struggling, but you can leave the humanity aspect out. And this is where Kings FM is completely different, distinct from the rest of the people. We are struggling, but in our struggle, we also pity, empathize, and sympathize with people in such a condition. So we got through to Sata last night. We spoke favorably, even though she expressed one or two concerns about safety, about security, but we did assure her, and she's here with us this afternoon. Very shortly, she will be in, explain briefly, and then whatever assistance, please, you can render to SATA, particularly the hospital bills. You know, our hospital in this country is so bad of the health sector. If you don't have money, your patient will die, and nobody at the hospital will regret it. And then we will look at Unity Party and J. Brian McGill. Unity Party released J. Brian McGill. We talk what is a real, whether real or imagined plan, but given what is available is a scandal. We are at the national lottery. And then we we talk just. How many years has it been? How many years, people? You want to tell me how many years that you haven't heard this sound if you were around the 90s, not those who were born after the 90s, but those who were born before the 90s and in the 90s are the ones that I'm speaking to. One life, what year you ever heard this sound? I only hear that in the 1990 war, small coming up. Terrible. What we heard last night, and this is a credit goes to Teacher Light, A.B. William. He had it on, and I extracted that part from his show, give him the serious nature of it to explain something about our country, not only the now, but the future. Hold on. We've got the King Support Basket, please. It's still open. We need you. We don't have it. We need you. Please do whatever you can, whichever way you can drop in the basket. 055-885-885. That's the send wave. 055-885-885. 077-017. 885 077 885. And our partners, Radio Entertainment Liberia, giving you some dollars through us is 8,000, but you are playing for 4,000 and you got 4,000 free. You are playing with just $100, please. $100. Let me, yes, you are playing with $100, meaning $100 and the equivalent in Liberian dollars. You are playing with that amount. The code *79 and *24#, *79 and *24#. And then you put in, you deposit just 100 Liberian dollars or its equivalent. And then you have your 8,000 going into the weekend. Please, most of you were asking, you said that I should try everything possible to get Sata in. And she's with us very shortly. She will be on the air to explain briefly. And then we can raise some dollars for her so that she takes care of the hospital bill. It's not easy. All of us know the condition in JFK. Yeah, please. You people wanted to see and hear from Sata. She's in. She accepted King's 88.5 invite to come in. So let's go out of Liberia briefly, and then we talk what we've got, and then Sataras is in. Ghana's newly declared National Fugon Day is already driving a surge in demand for the iconic traditional fabric. Beyond celebrating cultural pride and identity, the initiative is boosting business for local weavers and traders who are seeing increased sales and renewed interest in the cherished attire. The same the guys tried to do here. Kenyan intelligence agencies say over 1,000 Kenyans have joined Russian war in Ukraine. An intelligence report presented to Parliament by the National Intelligence Service and Doctoral Criminal Investigation said results were often deceived into signing military contracts and frequently departed on tourist visas passing through Istanbul and Abu Dhabi prior to their enlistment. Officials said tighter checks at Nairobi's airport have pushed some to route through other African countries, with unlicensed recruitment agencies allegedly colluding with rogue airport staff. Currently, at least 39 Kenyans are hospitalized, 28 are missing in action, and 89 remain on the front lines. The government has condemned the exploitation of its citizens and says it will raise the issue in Moscow next month. Six suspects in total have now been detained in connection with the murder of Nigerian e-hailing driver Isaac Sattler in South Africa. Sattler was reportedly strangled inside his vehicle last week in a township west of Pretoria after responding to a ride request through a ride-hailing app. A related disturbing video sparked widespread outrage and renewed concerns about the safety of ride-hailing drivers. The case has been postponed to February 23rd as investigations continue. Those were some of the developments unfolding out of Liberia. Let's get to events unfolding here. When we've done with our clearinghouse, then Sataros or Sata is in as our guest. Unity Party, J. Brian Mangill, given clearance by Unity Party. He has been clear of all rape claims by his party. The accusations were made up according to his party government. Unity Party have protected and cleared every Unity Party person who was accused of acts inimical to the state with no regret nor the repercussion, even though Mr. President would say the law is the law, and his people will raise their voices with that too, the law, if the law is the law. Ironically, the law is only the law when it is the opposition. The law is not the law when something or a government official, especially a Unity Party supporter, is involved. They've been trying the best they can to get this other Unity Party person released, but it is proving difficult. Peter Bonajala, who with his colleagues allegedly gang raped Sataros candidate son. It is proving very difficult for them. Over the days, reports emerged that Peter Bonajala was released. When the media took hold of it, the Justice Ministry was constrained to release a statement. They said that Peter Bonajala has not been released. No attempt whatsoever to take him out of the country on health grounds, as it was reported that Peter Bonajala is still at the Monrovia Central Prison. And for verification, media institutions, civil society, individual journalists, politicians, whatever or whoever can contact the Ministry of Justice to move in to see Peter Bonajala. Yes, so Brian Mangill is off. If it is a surprise to you, well, then you're not in Liberia. They say the man was lied on. So here is it. Here is it, people. Two incidents or two sins you want to give rear thinking. Gloria Musu Scott and Brian McGill. Gloria Musu Scott, Unity Party comes to power, released Gloria Musu Scott, and said every claim they brought against her was not true. Every claim. Every claim, they said every claim they brought against her was not true. Every claim the previous government brought against her was not true. Therefore, they move to not only release Gloria Musu Scott, but they allow her as deputy president to sit in the prison, give a news conference, and blast it and made threats. Today, who killed Shala Musu? Unity Party has no time. That is the end of that case. As far as they're concerned, they accomplished their aim by releasing their own. So it does not make sense to them how the little girl died. It does not make any sense to them whatsoever whether the relatives or whoever close feeling the pains, the hurt. It does not make sense to them in any given way to pursue anything beyond that. Yet they say the law is the law. The law ends when a Unity Party person is released. The law ends when a Unity Party person is protected to the core. The law ends at just everything satisfactory for a Unity Party person. But the law continues when it is not a Unity Party person. We know that for a fact because the Unity Party police, the Unity Party immigration, the Unity Party, all of the Unity Party people, they will be having press conferences all over. They will flood Facebook and say the law is the law. J. Brian McGill, people say, no, the man did not rape. So what becomes of the accusers? Are they telling us that's how the law works? Let's assume J. Brian McGill character is damaged. You subjected the man to public ridicule, condemnation, vilification, all of those things. So much so that his daughter had to come out to give a public statement. Thereafter, he himself came out because of the psychological weight. So with the clearing of J. Brian McGill now, in an investigation of such, it goes beyond that. So nobody has time again. The people who accuse J. Brian McGill, no, it didn't make any sense to Unity Party because the Unity Party person is out. They succeeded in protecting him and clearing him. Again, this too, they say, is Liberia. Then the National Lottery Authority, the gaming center, or the center that regulates gaming in Liberia, what is unfolding? It seems there is a scandal, a reported scandal unfolding. Something came out. I should share this with you, and then we move on. We will detail on this because we've got SATA in already. We have to go through. So trust me, we're going to detail on this. This is very scandalous. The Lord say anything of certain magnitude or amount should go through the public financial management law. And the public financial management law is the bedrock. Is the bedrock of anything financial or transaction of the government. And the head of that body is nobody but the boss man himself, the president. Hence, things are going upside down. A contract was entered into how that when it seems fishy, very fishy. Let me share with you something, and then we're going to go with almost, this will take half the show on tomorrow. Yeah. This is something I should share with you. Then we'll go to some of the documents. Unity Party, the government of President Buakai has always spoken about no business as usual. Corruption will have no place in the government. Unfortunately, corruption has overwhelmed the government. Every sector, every ministry, every agency is overwhelmed. No accountability, no prosecution, just suspension, payment to people or compensation so that they will not go to court. If they went to court, they were called by the legal team of the executive, and then they are compensated. So you have this situation unfolding at the National Lottery Authority. What appears to be the biggest contract scandal that in no uncertain term violates the laws of Liberia, and it undermines the transparency and integrity of the gaming sector or industry in this country. It has hit the National Lottery Authority with the awarding of is CMS contract to a company, and this company was barely not in existence during the bidding process. Bidding means that you put the information out as per the requirements, everybody goes in, and then the team responsible to do the vetting, they will run through all of the documents. Everything will be visible. Nothing will be covered. That is why everybody will have to be. If an institution isn't part of the bidding, it means the institution is not part of the bidding. If that institution, an institution that is not part of the bidding, yet gets attention in the bidding process, it becomes criminal. It's fishy. It means somebody, either within the entity or out of the entity, front or is fronting for that institution, and it cannot be. Documents show disturbing discrepancies, questionable timelines, and potential conflicts of interest that no doubt demand attention. The legislature will have to step in to do its own validation. A full-scale independent audit is needed. This is very, very dangerous. It's very scandalous. It's magnitudinal. And if it is overlooked, it's going to be something. It is beyond politics. It should not be interpreted in any given way. No one should impute politics in it. It is something that is going to cause a very terrible situation for this government if somebody somewhere or some people somewhere are doing something fishy for their own interests. The CMS tender process, according to the information, opened July 2024, and was closed the same 2024, September. public records show that Agra Technologies Limited, which won the over 250,000 per annual contract, was only formally established in Florida in the United States of America on January 31st. That was 2025. Yet, the CMS agreement with the National Lottery Authority was signed on February 5th, 2025. That was only 5 days after the company legally came into existence. Raising serious questions about how does a company win an international bid, international monitoring contract months before it legally exists? Oh, ela pide comer. Oh, God. Yeah. Dubious scheme. Cunning. Just giving you a gist. We've got a long way to go. Tomorrow you're going to hear more. Bidding is not something that you just gathered in less than an hour and then there is a result. How can an institution that barely exists, if they ever existed and came 5 days into existence, then they have a contract? Amen. So you will know that under our laws, under the procurement laws, there are certain basic requirements that are mandatory in the evaluation of biddings. Just 1 or 2 because of time. 1, bidders must possess the technical capacity in the areas of qualified technical staff, must show it can actually do the job. Qualified technical staff, relevant experience in similar contracts, necessary equipment and facilities, operational history, proper methodology, which means methodology is the work plan, what you do, how you submit, how you're going to go through it, the method that you're going to use. No award will go to a company of such nature, but you can see Agra Technologies cannot and have not, and I am not convinced, given the pieces of documents available with a careful review, will meet all the expectations or meet all the experiences, just why it is still a de facto institution, can. So hold on, just thought to share with you, this is a tip of the iceberg. The iceberg is so large. Tomorrow, which is Friday, the weekend, that will be the only thing we will focus on. Okay, so let's go. Hold on to this thing. Is very, I know the people at the National Lottery Authority they are listening now and raising concern. Kings FM, those people, they ready again, where they can get all the small document from. They can't say it aloud. And the signatories are here, finance minister, all the people. Make sure we view some of the people who signed the whole thing. And then the financial aspect, payment terms, based on the scope of engagement and timetable given within this bid document. We offer the following payment terms for our services. Initial invoice, 350,000 USD down payment. Just, I'm leaving you in suspense. Second invoice, 350,000 completion of development. Third invoice, 120,000 completion of installation. Hold on to that. Hold on to that. The figure hasn't ended. And then what happened? We have a witness. We have contractor William V. Samoa Jr. Is he related to the CBL governor? The CBL governor last name is Samoa, and it's spelled the same way, Saamor. Managing Director, Agra Technologies. They are related. Okay. I'm just being hinted that they are related. Yes, you can tell from the last name. All right, and the other signatory. So let me hold you in suspense so that you will be energized for tomorrow's discussion on this. Before we turn to Satiros, or SATA for short, since the 90s, we have not heard gun sound as we heard yesterday from Nimba County through face the issues. Listen, everybody, let me tell you this, everybody got scared yesterday in our era when AB was playing it. We were listening in our era outside. Almost everybody had the radio. You turn so, it's AB's voice. You turn so, AB voice. You go on the side, AB voice. And then the only thing people were in, so people got scared. Some people started thinking about 1990, and we jumped in the discussion. To be very honest, we said that the same sound of 1990. We've heard some gun sounds over the time, but this one, no. So listen, this is a sign of how 2029 will be. What all Unity Party officials have been saying, God is bringing the hidden intent gradually. When you hear them say, George, we would never return to the presidency again. When you hear the party chairman say they will stay in power for 200 years. When you hear the other youth men say President Bwaga will eat 12 years, then he will pass it on to VP Kun. VP Kun will eat 12 years. He will pass it on to regime speaker. He will eat 12 years. When regime speaker finish, he will pass it on to regime deputy speaker. He will eat 12 years. When regime deputy speaker finish, he will pass it on to regime alliance pro tem. She will eat her 12 years. And all the look, it sounds funny. We have to we have to say it this way. It sounds funny, but it's serious. It is based on this. You don't need Daniel to come to Liberia to interpret any sign. This is exactly what the people depending on to tell you that, oh, look, the atmosphere will not only be radicalized, it will be militarized. That's what they're telling you saw or you heard from over there. You, sir, this it's not because it's not in the city, so you think that nothing going to happen. These are signs. They're telling you that, look, this is how we're going to operate, whether you like it or not. We will hold on to everything that Christian quoting that George Weah did, he gave it all. It will not happen to us. Ellen stayed there for 12 years. She served for 2 terms. Boaga will stay there for 12 years. He will serve it 2 terms. Only Weah will have 1 term in our history. So they both tell you that this is how it's going to be. You know what I mean? When they get ready, nobody will come outside to contest anything. Nobody will protest. And you see, they already tell you that nobody will protest. Why are you saying so? When they tell you nobody protesting in the country, nobody protesting, they're telling you that's how it's going to be. Whoever will attempt to contest anything or to challenge anything, you will be wasting your time because the entire atmosphere will be militarized. So when you're tired talking, you will say for the interest, for this peace of the country, the spirit. What they used to say, Ellen's time, they say for the spirit of. I know some they used to say something like spirit, man, spirit. They used to use the word spirit for the spirit of days. For I will get that. So have a listen. Since 1990, when we're coming out in the war, we saw the war. God never allowed me to leave from here. All of my friends left. We stay here. We saw, we heard. We used to be standing up, looking at the people, shooting, fighting. We heard almost all of the sounds. That's when we started to know some of the names of the gun, bazooka, AK, all the other words. Since 1990, that my first time last night, when AB was playing and listening to it, every one of us was about, we're going back to the war. Going back to the war. That's small thing. You don't overlook this thing, oh. Just sit down. Have a listen. Then we'll get to Saturday.
You see that? You see that? They are shooting. You see that? You see that? You see what they do? You see what they do? You see what they do? You see it? I don't want to say yeah. You see what the States are doing? They're shooting on. You see what I mean? You see what? They are shooting. You see what they are doing? Yes, that you are. They are shooting. They are shooting. Can you see? Can you see? You see what? They are shooting. You see? But here you are shooting on because they're just watching the end of your monopia. You see that? They are shooting. You see the smoke. You see the smoke? They're opening a fire. They are shooting us. I think you see the smoke. They are shooting us. You see that? You see that? They are shooting. You see that? You see that? You see what they're trying to do? You see what they do? You see what they do? You see it? You see that? They will not shoot. You see that? You see what the state together doing? They're shooting on. They got the flag.
So that's it. Let's take a few calls. Then we get to Satarans, who is putting her thoughts together. 0772 2399 33 0886 304497. The women's line 0777 980 375. Credit to A.B. William and face the issues for that was extracted from the show last night. All credit goes to A.B. and face the issues. Hello. Yeah.
My name is Boris. Were you calling from Panama? Say, Andrew, the trouble that we in this country, for people all right, this police shooting them other than. Say, Andrew, we in a serious problem. Really, I don't know where Liberia is heading on this government. The government that have all the experience, all the access. Today we see the kind of things going on into our country.
All right.
I don't know where we are going.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is David King, and I do join you from my residence this afternoon. Mr. Andrew, I heard a sign, and it brought me a reflection of the war. And what I heard last time on the show and what you just said, it tells me that Mr. Boakai is a dictator. Yeah, and he will stop at nothing to kill people. I can assure you that the election, the guy will steal the election, and when they steal the election, will return to 1990. Georgia will fly out of the country and will return to 1990 because not every one of us will just sit down to allow for peace sake.
Okay,
we will not take that.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Stefano.
Good afternoon.
Yes, anybody say no more Baka will kill you like a dog. Anybody say no more
Chief
Baka will shoot you like a dog. Yeah,
Hello.
Are you getting me in my line?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah.
Let's
hear you.
Yamayaku. Nibane. Swapentene. Iyo kata uyere sound. Nothing that since I walk for your country. Country, what is wrong with hearing? Say that die. We don't eat war. So we call it on you. Jeremiah Kun. Shadow man. Nigga man.
Okay. Well.
Thank you.
All right, my person. Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Apropo Corner, down Coast Spoon Hill, Winter Community. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. You said it all. In my mind, this is just a test. It's just a test study for what the guys intend to do in 2029. That's why from the time I heard that gun sound yesterday, these are the things that begin to go through my mind. Logically, it tells me that everything they have been saying here, that President Weah will not come back, starting from the hair to the tail is what they are exposing today. This is the guy's intention. That's why since it came, they are heavily invested in bringing arms and guns into our country to deter us. But I want to tell Mr. Boakai, there were men that were before you. And today, the chancellor is behind the bar. If you mind you guys to advise you, tomorrow will come, you alone will be standing in the corner to answer your question. Take note of what is happening.
All right, Chief.
All
right, let's take the last one. Then we'll turn to Sata. Hello.
How are you, my brother?
I'm fine,
I'm calling from Lokita Cinema. You know, say it came happy in 1990. So I was listening to the sound of those guns. Say, Andrew, what kind of thing we see here, so? Say, Andrew, what kind of thing we're expecting, so? What kind of thing unfolding in our country, so? Is there nothing again? No, we're here, nothing what we saw during the war. That it reflects, no. Amen. There is a sign that that's what it's now. We need to stand strong. And we're telling that they are not the only men in the country. We have to prepare, say Andrew.
All right.
These are the signs. Everything gets signed.
Okay.
My brother, thank you for calling the time, man.
Thank you all for spicing it up. Time is of the essence. We've got 2 minutes after 4 o'clock, so the rest of the time up to 5:30 for SATA. You are all aware of what unfolded. You've been following the story, been commenting, and I thought to get through to Sata. She is Sataros ex candidate. The short form for Sataros is Sata. So most often you'll hear me say Sata. The short form for Sataros is Sata. Just how Josephine, you say Jojo. Patricia, you say Pap. She is Sataros ex candidate. You are aware, I need not go back into the past. So I thought to get through to her. Fortunately, we did institutionally, and we spoke and told her to come on the show, though she expressed 1 or 2 concerns, but that was assured. And so she's in our studio. Sata, let me say thank you for coming. I know it's hard. You're still going through terrible time. It's not easy. I know what you're going through. I can't say sorry because sorry can't change anything. It can't change anything on your son or so. But we are with you. We know what you're going through. It's so bad off. But thank you that you put on that bravery to come to say 1 or 2 things. Then we can ask our people, because some of them, even yesterday, they were asking, Sam, you want to reach out to Sata and let Sata come, let hear her what we can do. We help her. And we heard you talk about the hospital bills. We know that very well. In this country, when you get money, your patient will die. Thanks to FINA that you talk about, the other lady and every other person who have tried the best to help you. So you here now. Just tell us briefly how it happened, where you people are now. Then we go to the next part. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I'm grateful for inviting me in your studio today. Good evening, everyone. I am the mother of the 15 years old boy who was sorely mad by the NSS agent and his friends. It was on January 3rd, around it was after 10, almost 11, when my mother received a call from a strange number. Then she and the person started talking. The person said, "Oh, you know any child by the name of Ish?" Because I don't want to mention his name. "You know any child by the name of Hassad?" She said, "Yes, he's my grandson."
Just
He said,
use the initial H.
"Okay." By the name of Ish? She said, "Yes." "Anything?" He said, "Ha, you have to come quickly." She said, "But the moment my mother picked up the phone, she said, "Hey, let me carry the phone to her man inside." She ran, she brought the phone to me. She said, "Listen, all the people talking, the one they talking about, it help." As she said, "Listen," I started talking to the man on the phone. I said, "Hello." He said, "You have to come quickly because a car trapped your child here. And we were not here, we're in a fence we are doing, or we working in a fence on a building here, and then the security that was outside in a booth, they want her the child crying and thing. We came outside to ask. That's how he asked the child if he had anybody number, and he gave the number. But you have to come quickly to see, to pick your child up because he's lying down crying, he's unconscious and thing. The way he looked at it looked like they already finished with him." So actually I was very much heartbroken and think I was angry. That's how people started talking to me and say, "Go, go." That's how we left. We went immediately on the scene because one of my tenants and my brother, he got a car. He said, "But then you let go." That's how we left. We went immediately. At the same time, we were talking to the fellow on the phone. So when we were going, I asked him, I said, "You said which part of that place?" He said, "Just come 15th Street down the beach around NASCAR to adjacent Edisano Cummings area. Once you come, you'll see the group there waiting." That's how we did call it until we reached. When we got there, we met him lying down, and he was crying and thing, putting breath between his legs and thing. He couldn't lay down, he couldn't sit down, he couldn't stand up. He couldn't lie down, he couldn't sit down, and he couldn't stand up. So that's how I told my sister, I said, "We have to do a video and thing." That's how they started doing video. The guy who went with us said, because as we were leaving, my mother said that you people, everything you will go, if you go there, you should make sure and do video of everything so that you will keep it. So when we went for me, I was not actually to myself, I was traumatized, I could not stand, I was just crying, and I was very much angry. So it was my older sister, Ruth J. Tule, and a guy from my house, that both of them were doing the recording and thing. They were asking him and talking to him. That's how he started calling this man's name. So that's how we pick him up, we put him on a car and carry him to JFK. At the time we reached to the crime scene, it was around 11. It was after 11, around 11:17. But it was after 10, almost 11 when they called us. So that's how we took him to JFK. When we went at the JFK Medical Center, they said there was no space. The ward was filled. That's how we met a good Samaritan there by the name of Sis Massa, because I don't know her last name. She came down from the state. Her nephew fell off, so they carried him at JFK. when we met her, when she saw the situation, that's how she started talking to the people. So my mom came over because she's a police officer. So she said, but you people are aware that this case are state case? Why are we rejecting him in the child is minor? That's how 6 months I went in. The lady who came down from the state of Good Samaritan, they said we should do a registration so that they can put the ball on bed. So that's how 6 months I went, because we didn't go with anything. In the 6 months I did the registration and went and talked to the people. That's how they put him on bed. But then they meant to us that we are not the one that are responsible for cases a day. The people who are in charge that are responsible, it is the One Star Center. And they are not here now, and it is weekend time. Like Monday before they will come. So the lady started appealing in my older sister, because for me, I was not really inside. I was outside. I could not stand to see him the way he was looking. I was just crying and I was broken down. People were just talking to me, counseling me, but I was not in there. It was my sister that was doing the running around. Till she came, she started telling me. Later on, when I started coming to myself, that's how they started explaining things that went on. So that's how after they admitted him, he was just there, because they said the people that are supposed to pay attention to him was not him, and they will come to work on Monday. So that's how my sister too started making some calls, started getting in contact with people. So Sunday morning, an officer from JFK called us. He said, you have to come quickly at the hospital. It was early in the morning, because the child is crying from last night to this morning, and the child did not sleep. And when you're coming, you people have to come along with clothes, because his whole clothes are on him, everything soaked. So that's how we went back to the hospital. And my sister started talking to the people, started begging him and things, because he is on his grandmother insurance. That's how she get the insurance people and things to them. That's how they started treating him. They put drip on him and things on that Sunday until the pain at least can keep the pain until the main people that are responsible for that case can come. That's how he was on. He was there. So when he was at the hospital, it was on that very same Sunday. The police that at Lato JFK advised us, say, since you people pick up this child last night, have you people registered the case or gone to the police station? We said no, because the hour the incident occurred and thing, there was not time to go to the police. He said, okay, I would rather advise you now, you go to the police station and report the case now. That's how we left. We went straight to Central, to the Women and Protection Unit. That's how we report the case, and then we went there, and everything was done smoothly. We left. We came back at JFK. We were there. Later on, we went back home, and they were treating him, and they were treating the child. So it was Monday down. When we came back, it was that day that the One Star Center came in, and then they did like findings and things, and then that's how they prepared the medical report and give it to us, and that's how we carry to the Women and Children Protection Center, and that's how the people started doing their job and things.
When they gave you the report, what the report say?
We don't know, but we are not the one. It was not our responsibility, their responsibility to give a copy or something. The report was only there that the officer that on the One Star Center to deliver it to the Women and Children Protection Unit. And that's what she did. And the moment she got there, the police received it. They called me and said, yes, we have already received the report. And the moment they got the report, they take immediately. In fact, they started doing the investigation quickly, and then they came to the hospital. And when the police came to the hospital, that's how we went there. They took statement and things from, because the One Star Center took statement from they said they could not do anything because the child was not walking and things. But then the One Star Center will say, but he can talk and things. He can still talk and remember. So that's how they put him on the wheelchair. They went and asked him and things. He talked to them and then they took a statement from him, everything, and that's how. And the police did extremely well. They did a very good job because a case that did for police to do their finding within a period from the 3rd to the 12th, and then the men were already charged, and then they did a very great job, I must admit. They did extremely well. So, but then, after the ball at the hospital, and then we started asking him, and then that's how he continued calling this innocent Asian name, which is Bonjala. That's how he continued calling the man name. And then they came across this man. We all live in the same community. We are neighbor. He used to, at the plum season, they used to go there for plum and thing in his fence. Because according to him, one time he and his friends were coming. Now he told the train, say, oh, but I don't like plum. You come for the plum in the yard. Anytime you want plum, the plum can fall down on you because the branch can hang over his fence. The train used to go for plum and thing. At the time that he was not big, they used to go there for plum and thing in the fence. When they take the plum and thing, they can sweep the place, everything. But he was not living with me. That recent time he came back when school closed because his grandma not too strong and they changed her assignment. That's how he came back and started living with me again. So, but when he came back now, that's how he started going. He would tell me, oh, Sata are going to the papier, are going to small work for the papier. Are going to small work for the papier. I said, but who the papier can be going to? He said, oh, but like Uncle Tio name, Uncle. I said, oh, like Uncle Boy in fin. He said, yes. He used to be going there, he will go there. So now he will go wash his dishes. Sometimes he will mop the floor. And then he used to go do small work and thing for him. According to him, he always used to be there.
And how long he been going to Peter Bonjala house to help him?
The recent time when he came, it was not something he been knowing him. He and his friend, he and his best friend, his friends are in the yard too now. That's something that they used to go there. He and his friends used to go there. They started going there to win the plum season before he could leave from here. They used to go to him at the time. They used to go there. Even when he came back now, that's how he said it. He told him, he said, oh, what happened? You come by, you now can't look for me. He said, oh, I yell. That he said, but my picking, you must be coming here. That he used to go there. And he even had his eating bowl in the house. Anytime they cook, they used to give him, they used to leave food for him. He used to eat in his house, everything. When he come, sometimes he'll come. The work I do for the papa gave me 500. The papa gave me 400. So that was something that child had so much confidence in that man. Because he one person that from the time I got pregnant for him, he followed this on him. So he was almost taking the man like an uncle and father. But then when school was about to open to get his school fees and things, it was hard. So I told him, I said, but the papa now know that you're not in school. He said, the papa know I'm not in school. He said, but so I told him, I said, but it's sure. He said, yeah. I said, I'm not feeling comfortable of you being there. Because if the man are a good man, you're going to tell you, say, oh, my picking the way you're not in school, go call your bank so that I will help you and things. I said, nothing like that. I struggle second period before he started going to school. But he used to get the boy reset. The boy still used to go there and do small work for him. He used to go to the fence and do small work for him and things.
So all the time he been going there, he came to you and told you whether the man get woman to a horse, he get other people then to the horse with him?
No, he didn't tell me. I don't know about that. But what I know is this man in question, family and us live in the same place. His nephew, his niece's name, his sister, we are all in the same community. We all live in the same place. We all live to the same place. So I didn't ask him for that because I didn't know that this day were going to reach or something like that was coming. I didn't know. But then when the school business came about, and then I was finding it difficult before later on I registered him in school. That's how I started complaining and said, if the man was good, he was going to pay your school fee. But why is it that you're not in school and the man not even concerned and things? That's how I told him not to go there. But he was still going there when talking. He said, certainly men are good person. The men are good men. The men when they cook, they can leave food for me. He always used to be praising the men and things. And I chat, no matter how I even discipline him, I punish him not to go there. I did a lot of stuff, but thanking his stuff, but later he started going there. And I chat.
All right, Sata, that we understood and know what it is.
So that's how he came in contact with me and things.
Okay.
And there was a guy too that was there with him, or boy, that's son about him.
With Peter Jala?
Yeah.
In the house with Peter Jala?
No, he not there. Or he can go there to work and thing for the man. Yes. So sometimes he used to call the labor and say the papa says you can't do small work for him.
So
just
that Peter Bonjala alone was in the house?
Yes, that he won't live there. That he won't live there. That he alone in a place. But then before last year, his daughter came there. His daughter came down from the States. Peter Bonjala daughter came down. The boy used to go there and all. He used to tell me, he said, I can be lecturing the papa dollar and thing. I say, the way, don't go to school, you learn. Before you can be lecturing somebody, I used to be fooling him and thing, putting more on him and thing. So I was behind him. I continued talking to him. And for me, I will not lie. All my son friends, then are so big people, elderly people and thing. So that's how he came in contact with this man. But then, after the investigation, the police did all that investigation and thing. And then they charged the man. When they charged the man, they carried the man to South Beach. He's in South Beach.
So the condition right now
Yes.
of the boy,
Yes.
yeah, there were you are really trouble.
Yes. So right now, the labor, he currently he with the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Justice, and the Ministry of Gender and Children Protection Center have already taken him. Yes, he already with them. Even though they have taken him to a safe place because of his safety, his well-being, and his protection and thing. Even though they have taken him there, but yesterday, I am here to seek financial support for my son because he's still complaining about pain in his anus. Even though GFK has tried their best and they are still trying their best, but he is still feeling pain in his anus. And he needs more fruits, medication. He needs food, provision, and some item. And if they need for further treatment, even though he is in the hands of the Gender and Children Protection Center.
You the mother, you saw him. He can sit down, he can walk by
Yes,
himself.
he can walk.
Explain the condition.
No, yes, he can walk, he can talk, he can eat, but he can't really eat much because not the situation and thing. But he can walk, he can talk.
What kind of food he can eat?
Yes, he can eat like soft food, like more food, because I said he should eat more food for his system to be released and thing. Yes, he can eat more for him to eat more food, nutrition and thing. Yes. And then provision for him and thing. And then the medication. Then the rest,
where you getting money from to pay the medication? Because
no,
in hospital it's
when
not easy.
yes, I understand it's not easy, but the government, the hospital bill, it is state case. So our being in the VIPs.
But are everything they paying for?
No.
There are other things you have to look for money.
That the government did all that. The only thing I will not lie. The only thing I did, the only part I played was the medicine that is not in the hospital and thing that is not there. The doctor can read the prescription and give it to me. I go buy it and bring it and be giving it to him and thing. So that's the only thing. But for the treatment, the sleeping, they took all at a VIP ward where we had 2 beds and thing. They were because they said the child needed to be protected and thing. Because he not supposed to be seen by a lot of people and thing because he already trauma. The administration of the JFK, most especially the director, Dr. Branch, her deputy, Sis Benu, everyone on them work in hands and thing because the condition that we pick the child in, and even when people that saw him on that very day and thing, when they see him, they can say he got grace. Because when it came to the notice of the director and her deputy and all of big people, they came with attention on him and thing. That's how I said he went in the bathroom because he didn't use the bathroom for 1 month, 3 days. But when the Dr. Brush came in and thing, her deputy Benu, all of them, they were making sure that doctors were coming on him every time, checking, making sure she used to be there every day, coming, consoling me, talking to me, and thing. Then later on, she even said that you the one supposed to be talking to the child and counseling the child. When you break down, the child will break down. We are in sympathy with you. So they are said they are trying their best and they are still trying their best. But we all understand the situation in Liberia. What happened to my child? They don't have the real treatment here. And where the incident took place, it is not a place that people can see with their eye. It is in the inner part of the body. And we all know that particular place, it is so intestine and think. The child is improving. He can walk and think, although when he's walking, he can open his legs. When he's sitting in the chair, he can sit on pillow and think. But he can complain on his anus. When his anus ready to hurt, it don't hurt every day. But at time when he ready, that's the time he can be crying, hauling all the stuff and things like he can want to eat, he can be putting everything that around him and thing when the anus ready to hurt. That's the time. But it don't happen constantly. It just happens sometimes abruptly or once in a while.
They did operation on him. I heard that. Is that true?
Yes. For that aspect, the doctor did not come out to tell me anything. He was the one that told me that, oh, Satan, soon you left, you went. Also, to buy my banana, the doctor came in and tell me, say, he will be preparing me for surgery tomorrow to go do my work. So he will know what is it that I am not using the bathroom. Why I am not using the bathroom, saying I can go in the toilet and thing. So that he will make sure that he will do my work. So everything will be all right and thing. And I will be like before. He said today the doctor talk to me fine. Oh, I feeling all right. I said, okay. So when I came, now I said, but I was somehow like confused because I said, but why the man did not inform me or tell me? I said, but anyway, in the night, which was the 4th, that the doctor came to me, and the nurse came to me and told me that, oh, the labor will be preparing because they'll be doing his work tomorrow. So by 11, he shouldn't eat anything again. I said, all right. And that's how they started preparing him. Friday, Thursday, which was the 5th of February, they took him. and then carry him. And they came to me and told me that, oh, that your son town with him. The doctor already sent for him. And that's how they put him in a chair. They were carrying him. I walked behind him. We went, I tell him, I said, don't worry, it is well. When I reached to the sociological room, to the door, to the entrance, that's how the nurse told me, you can't enter, you gotta go sit to the waiting place. And that's how I left. I went and sat down. When she brought her item, he clothes and slipper to me, that's how I carried back on the wall until I went and sat down. I was praying. That's how I prayed. When I came and sat down, I went back inside. I said, let me go inside because when I say now anything, I'll be afraid. And that's how I went inside. When I came back outside, I sat down. That's how it was about. Or after 3 or almost 4, when I saw him on the structure, they were carrying him in a recovery room. That's how I left. I went back in the room and I was still doing my little small prayer in the corner. 4:22, the nurses brought him back inside and laid him on his bed. When they brought him, his eyes were open, he could talk, he could recognize me and things. But when the medicine, the drip that was on him when left on him, that's how he started complaining on pain. When he was crying on the pain and thing, crying, that's how the nurse came and gave him paracetamol drip. And then he went sound to sleep. And by the grace of God, the following day, which was Friday, in the morning hour, he fat. Then I was happy. I said, that's a very good sign. When he fat, before 12, it was after 11, almost 12, he used the bathroom. It was the first time he used the bathroom. After 1 month, 3 days, when he haven't used the bathroom, it was the first time, which was February 6, he used the bathroom. February 7, he used the bathroom. It was the time. And that's how things were like. But then the doctor came. He said, because the doctor said when I use the bathroom, the nurse, you should call the nurse so she can take photo of the toilet to know if it hard or it will be soft. So I called the nurse. She said, but I will not be on shift tomorrow, so I can stay as witness. He take the photo. That's how I showed him it, and he prescribed or medication for me to get. I went immediately. That's how the nurse told me, since the other medicine and thing he was taking, like it almost the antibiotic, and I ain't been on, go and get some and bring it. That's how I took the paper. I went in the pharmacy. I bought the medicine for his stomach to be free and thing. I bought it. I went and bought it $10. And then the other tablet and thing, that's how I bought it. I brought it. The nurse started giving the medicine and thing to him. That's how he was taking his medication. He continued his medication. But once the annals assigned when because according to the doctor, he said that's the healing process and thing. Once the place going together and I saw it like in part, because he can complain, he said the thing can be checking in him, it can be pinching him and thing. So, but since then he trying, because at the point that I saw him and now his stage, he trying, but the only thing he complain on is the severe pain when it's ready for him in his anus.
So you still want him to be taken out of Liberia for further treatment?
Yes. That's my main point and thing.
And you share that with the government people?
For now, no, I didn't share that with the government. I will not lie, because to be honest, the government too, they are trying their best. They are making progress. They are making progress. Because yesterday, like today, 2 persons came to me from the Ministry of Justice as my counselor and thing, because of my mental health, because the way I break down and thing. Started talking to me, counseling me and thing, and told me, say, and she can they started calling me constantly and thing. And even yesterday, the people went in numbers. They went in full at the hospital there. So the government is trying their best, and they even gave me assurance that the justice that I am seeking for, I'm going to get the justice. No one is going to walk away free. I should be rest assured.
And you convinced that you will get justice for your son?
I am well, even from the early stage, I am well convinced and confident that my son is going to get the justice that he needs. Because God is the one that above. God is the one that above each and every one of us. And He is the God that sees beyond man's imagination. He's the God of justice. So He's going to give the justice that my son needs. And I know God will give me the justice. Once the police have done their best and reached the case to the fact, for the fact that the defendant have been charged, justice will be served. This case will not be tampered with. The justice that my son needs, it will be served. I am not only standing for justice because of my son. I am standing for justice because of all other children who have been victimized, that left uncovered without justice. I am standing for other children that were raped, that were abused, that were assaulted, that died in the process. That even those that survived, that did not receive justice, that left uncovered, I am here standing still so that they will receive the justice.
You say you have 4 children. The one that the man is alleged to have tampered with, the elder son?
Yes, he's my first fruit. He's the first child.
And how you managing with the other 3?
Well, I would say it is the favor of God and the grace of God. At first, I was selling, but later, I was not selling, because once you're selling and you're getting full money, taking full money, school fee and
What you
thing.
were selling?
I was selling provision at the house.
Okay.
And then later, I started selling planting chips and thing. And my son used to sell planting chips around. He really used to sell for me. As time when he goes sell, he can bring me. Once I put 4,000 planting chips on the hanger, he will bring my 4,000 correct. But when the government made an announcement that no underage children should get in the street to sell anything, that's how I stopped it. Because I didn't want there to be in problem. Because I myself, I'm a very principle-minded person. So I didn't want to be in problem with anybody. So that's how I put stop. Because when I put stop to it, that he was not selling around again. I know it's a farm and chips, it be in front of her. But based upon the way buying was going and things, that's how I just stopped selling. But by the grace of God, my daughter, the one that is next to my son, which is the victim, her father can do extremely well. With the help of the support from my daughter, through that help, my other children can benefit and things.
Okay, Sata, thank you for coming to explain your situation. It's not easy. I know what you're going through.
Yeah, so for this child, his father disowned him. And his father is somebody that is well known. From the time I got pregnant and he asked me to abort the pregnancy and I refused. And he said, once you don't abort the pregnancy, I will have nothing to do with the child. I will say, I don't know you. And that's why he did. He is no one else but Augustine Amara. At the time, he was working at the National Port of Authority to Freeport area. There where he was working in. At the time, I got pregnant. And as we speak personally, he's in the USA. Even when the incident took place, I messaged him and texted him and told him that this was the situation at all ground. He didn't respond to me and he didn't reply to me. He didn't say anything, he just left mute. And a lot of people are aware that he's the father of this child because it was not something that was in hidden. But my only regret, I am regretting, if only at the time I was teenager, I was pregnant at that time, he was going to go in prison for rape and thing. He was not going to behave the way things happen. Because at the time, I was teenager and I didn't want problem, to be honest. I didn't want him to go to jail and thing. And because of that, my family think they are back on me. I was in the street. I took certain situations that I was forced to take to go stop with my ex with the pregnancy. It was because of what I was suffering when I gave birth. My elderly sister came in and begged and talked to my mom to go back on the FE to the hostel. So the child, I suffer on the child, I struggle on the child for this child to reach this far. So I cannot sit there and just sit mute. I am calling on each and every one of us in Liberia, out of Liberia. I am calling on the human rights. I am calling on the activists. I am calling on all advocates, Facebook influencers. I am calling on the mothers, the fathers, the elders, the youth of this country, the prayer mothers. I am calling on each and every one of us to stand by me for justice. Because it is justice I am fighting for. Today it is me, but who shall next? That's the question. Who shall next?
All right, Sada. Thank you. You did extremely well. You put on the bravery and the confidence to explain your situation. The other were not. You didn't break down in tears, though you are grieving with him.
No, I'm no longer grieving because I am seeing progress.
Okay.
Yes, I am seeing progress, and everyone is paying attention to me, and people are coming in and seeing, most especially the government.
All right. So let's go to the line now. Let's take a few calls. What do you have to say to Sada, whichever way you can be of help to her? 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 980 Sada, you have mobile money number. Some people want to.
Yes.
What is your number?
0886
0886
15 91
91
67.
All right. So whichever way you can be of help to Sata, we will appreciate it. She will appreciate it. Everybody will appreciate it. Her mobile money number is 0886 15 91 65. Let's go to the line and then we can. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yep. Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. You are on the air. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Brother Andrew, and good evening to Sisata. Sisata, this is Emmanuel Nime. I'm calling from Minnesota. Sisata, I'm so sorry for the situation that you're going through with that child and the way you got that child. It is good that you announced the number, and Brother Andrew, I feel that you echo that number for us so that we can see what best to do. But there is something I suspect from her tone. Brother Andrew, let me be bold to you. Our country is gone beyond
Yes,
I know
and
when
another
that
thing,
woman
my
was coming to
safety.
studio, hello?
Mm-hmm.
When that woman was coming to studio, I realized that all of them had taken their radio, their phone to listen to this woman. The tune I will heard on the radio, the tune that we heard, that is not the tune right now. That woman is in fear for her child because the government that we thought that it was a government for the Liberian people, that government is a demonic government. That woman is not sounding normal, but she won't sounding because she want the safety of her child. But that woman has been threatened. Let me be blunt here and listen to the woman too. That woman has been threatened, so she just have to be in favor of the government. But they have been playing lesser fair with the woman child left. But because the woman tried to allow, and they noticed the woman was coming to studio, they had to cut it quick, and then they tried to put some words in her ear, the way she sounded, it is not the way she was sounding first. You see that kind of demonic thing that is happening to our country. You see how in the morning day, you see how people are talking with fear. If you listen to the woman, you can know that this woman is talking with fear, but she can maybe because of the safety of her child. But Andrew, our country finished. It finished on a serious note. It finished. Our country finished. Please re-echo that number for us, yeah?
Okay. All right. It's 0886 15 91 65. 0886 15 91 65 is SATA mobile money number. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. Comfort calling from Keba.
Comfort. You went off, madam. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sir Andrew Isaac.
I'm doing fine. And you?
Yeah, and welcome to our sister. Yeah, my name is Stephen Yuma, and I come from Christopher. Thank God for everything. Yeah, what I've noticed is that the woman is understanding the government because if the government is very clear, I think it should be issuing press conference and condemning the action of what happened. But we're not hearing any press conference for them. She's saying the government is doing well and progressing. As our brother said, it's true. I say I noticed that she's corresponding with the government. And she should be speaking more than what she's saying in the studio. Because a date to that, as she said, other children have been mass food. So the expression should be effective than what she's saying in the studio there. So thank you very much.
All right. Hello. Let me announce that somebody sent $50 for you already. Cash it and give it to you. $50. My dear brother from the States, the number, as you asked us to read it out, 0886 15 91 65.
67.
Yeah, 15 91
67.
Oh, 67?
Yes.
67.
Yeah, the being is Satara, the singing only.
67.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Edmocard. Let me say sorry to our mom, and we are in prayer with her, and we got a number. We'll see what we can do. But you see what happened here? I'm bit confused. But she in a situation we cannot add to it. But what I want to know, I what time, because actually the way in which you guys put a fire yesterday, Kings FM, Freedom FM, Banner FM, Voice of Liberia, I'm strongly believe this is the reason why they are not taking steps to make move. So that tone that we heard, all of a sudden we are hearing now that they are doing well to what extent? To what, because the data should be advising you whether your child needed to be flown out of the country or not you to decide. It's a medical report that's supposed to inform you that your child need to be taken out of Liberia, because we have expressed here that they can do a better work. But what bless our child is that he didn't accept that condition. That condition when he go to the hospital, people don't care for him. But what happened is that it was done to him that he didn't accept it. So if you know that your child is going to be flown out of the country, then the government be able to take that initiative to do this. It should not be your parents saying they are doing well. But the tone that we are hearing, there are some cohesion that took place from behind the scene. And we hope that it went well for us. We wish her well. But I am not happy
For what I'm hearing, we hope actually it's okay. Thank you.
You got her number, eh?
Yeah, I got a number.
All right, Mr. Carr. Thank you.
I got a
Have a
number.
nice
Yeah,
day.
okay.
Hello. I said cut the radio off.
Hello.
Cut the radio off.
Hello.
Yeah.
Today, Johnson Bodjian calling from Ghana for Market. Actually, we gave God the glory for the left I said in the chat at the time. And through the special grace of God, that left does not leave the chat prematurely. Now, I sat and listened to her carefully. From that tune that I listened to, I am now 100% convinced that is not her natural tune. I do believe the government is playing with her. But if she go back since she used the remark saying that the government is taking good care and they are stepping in here, she's saying some level of progress. When she meet the government again, let her appeal be to process the child document and take the child out of this country for further treatment. That is one. The number she have read for her mobile money, we are going. Remember, I called you yesterday and I made that plea that you should do up your mobile money so you got sending for mobile money.
Yeah, you're right. I remember you very well.
Thank you. So since she have read on the number, we will start.
Yeah.
But I do believe there is some level of quality that this government want to play with our one child. And if she says so, she should reach out to the government, let us do the child document, and take the child out of the country for further treatment. As for the number, we'll see what to do.
Yeah.
At the appropriate time.
Her number is 0886 15 91 65.
Thank you so much.
67, yeah?
Yeah, I get it already.
No, we get me ready then.
Yeah, so you call him. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, Sir Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is A. Sacramento Dennis, prefer to be called the chairman for the Voice of Grand Nigeria, and I call from right here in Right Life. Sir Andrew, let me be fair with you. Let's be fair. The sister in the studio, I think she's listening to almost all the callers. It can tell us that she is well tempered with, and when she will put down with that kind of convincing words, the government is giving her what is not giving good support to her child for her child to recover, and then she continues to speak in this way. We who the civil society actors, including your the media people who fled it here, they play other clip that has to do with a woman's voice. So then a woman sit in studio to be talking like this. You want other anytime you live with the government, they want you to be swept under the carpet. That we don't want when we hear your voice, that we don't want can flag it. We don't want can go and call the government to checkmate there. But the way you're speaking now, if you want to go start raking presidents on the government here, tomorrow when we take our hand from each other, sister, it will be for nothing for you. So the thing you're supposed to say here, you should have said it. So we are able to hold on and put the government feet to the fire. But you're not doing that, you're talking directly. When I support the government, the government can't do it. I mean that the government they'll be taking all the support. For all we're looking at the child. We're not looking at you. We're looking at the child because today the way it happening, some of all who get points children.
Yeah.
Because or tomorrow.
That's true.
The player and Nana and that problem or Saturday they are feeling B and K. Or I feeling plenty for you, okay? You think they see the men there are cooking? They go to you see that they pressing government. How about man?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Sir Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm calling from the second. Hello?
Yeah, you on the air, madam.
Yeah. Thank you very much for why you did. Now, why you made the government to come into the force? Well, I would ma sorry, when you are there, they were looking like you cook. So thank you, Sir Andrew.
Okay. Hello.
Then,
Yeah.
in the back.
G's partner.
Yeah, thank you. That just started the red night is massive. Now, so I thought I would get on the platform. Tata, how you doing?
I give God the glory.
Okay. We praise God for life. And thank God to hear your voice. No, Sam, I'm going to be very frank with you. They will not break us down. I want to Israel with shame that you break us down. We have been advocating our being on platform. Banner FM, everything, FM. First of all, she break us down. Anything happy, how many more now? And you tell me the truth. Say happy, how many more is going now? The man has come many years because they were flagging the issue, stressing for all over the place. She don't sit down in the customer. Yes, come here, doing well to be serious. She's being serious to us. Mama, thank you, yeah. But we pray our part, thank you. We saw the police to come and generate money. But we tell us come here, doing well for your friend. They're calling the more money behind the corner. If you don't tell us come here, doing well, you're being serious. That's what I your child. Thank you.
All right, man, Sisi, thank you. Let's go this way. Yeah, come in, Sada. You have time to explain. Hello.
Let's go. Andrew, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Andrew, thank you for having me. Andrew, I'm joining you from Nima. My name is Ellis Cody anyway, District Seri, Ram City. Yeah, so I live in a big concern for Andrew, my pastor, brother. Is it the leader want to support out to the government with the ordinary people and not the civil society and the media group? Because Andrew quite yesterday, teacher light on her podcast, he was playing the woman recording. I think she only mentioned 1 or 2 women names that they giving birth to her. Once she came this time around to even president and to prepare the government. So it's almost like she wants to support we have been the advocates to the government. Because all the way you were crying yesterday you were crying, you never mention any government official name, even according to yourself. For the people took the source for GSP, it was not the time. A senator that had no government official ever wishing to that child. Your own story given to your own child. That even the neighbor you ready, if something you ready to pay for, you ready to see yourself, they can deny you to not take the photo for you to eat, they cannot even broadcast it. According to us, we have a lot of photos that she will publish. For the conscious for the nation to know what the neighbor is going through. Now, even today, government can't give 100 people, it's not where to do it. No, it's even damaging the labor. Why the government came today, when people come is that defending. The reason is even today, government want to know your importance. It is a civil society, we the ordinary people, the media, that fighting this issue. No government official have said before that they come to you know it. The ordinary people that contribution the world secure today, they are even more than the government people. They are even more than the government workers. You don't know when advocate at the end of the day, they something around about, they want to publish our very education, who flagging the issue, want to bring it back to the public. So you have to change your mind, and we all pray for that little boy to be well. Every other thing that the government is giving you, all will cost, all will usher you for you to do, let it come out public, let it put the labor hand into the light, let it take the labor out of this country and give you better treatment. Andrew, thank you for having me on the show.
Okay. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. This is Ote. I'm calling from Todi, Moro County. Andrew, it's a hard day for our country. And my disappointment is really in the leading studio. We have been following the particular issue of 5th-degree crime felony was committed not below offense, and we are even getting information that Mr. Bondara has been released on parole bond.
No, the Justice Ministry said the man stay in jail.
Hey, my brother, what if that man in the country? I'm telling you, somebody told okay, I'm listening to me. For that woman to be in studio and be making PR at this time when your child has been Solomon and I cannot say live on Philippines, then you can't do more things for government. The government is doing what they are trying. They're doing their best. Why you can't go for me now on your studio to do a game money? No institution in the world. What can put that got money for government? Government is the richest institution in the world. People now they are very desperate. People are struggling to look for food to eat. So they must take money and give it to you to go for their problem. The government get millions and pay in millions. They're looting. You want to go to the building in your child, you can't say it's studio. You're making PR for them. Talking about your point. The woman has a compromise. I'm telling you. That one, I'm very disappointed in that woman, man. No, man.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we take 2 more, then Sata will respond. Hello.
My name is Annie Grace. I said to that woman because she's a mother. That woman, what yes, who else?
Why you say the one mother? She has 4 children.
The child in hospital. Then you can't pump back for me. For you to pray, that is what help you get support. Then you can't pump back for me on air. What your child in hospital? Who help your child get there?
Oh, and it went off. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mom recording from 5th Street. Yeah, say Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Tata, my daughter, how you doing? Say Andrew, really are confused. Because when this lady crying on air, everyone of us with the mothers we can be worried. Sometimes we share tears for her. So when now the doctors or the government start taking care of her child, she know that the government was taking care of her child. Then she was crying that this on air. Anyway, that was fun. They left with her, but she should know that she's so tough for that child. When everybody now take him from behind her, then she go by again. It will be hard for her. Let her think on it. Let her think on it, St. Andrew. Because just yesterday, she was crying that the Ministry of Children Protection or wow, none of them they carry one cup of milk and tea. Then that now the Justice Ministry, everybody can go to went info to her to go see her. That now they're sending people to counsel her. Well, they left with her. Thank you for putting me the song.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Andrew.
Yeah, let's hear you and we'll speak with
I'm
Anna
taking
and
great
then
for
we.
tomorrow. I'm taking great body for tomorrow. So, Andrew, I want to ask Tata. Tata said in that studio telling us that the government doing well. Then why is they asking for justice? Who should join us to fight for justice? And she said the government doing well, Mr. Andrew.
Okay, patient. All right. Let's go out of Liberia. Anna went off. But let's take one or two. Then Sata can respond. And then we are out for today. Okay, she's back. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Brother Andrews. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And you?
Well, thank God for life. Thank God. Please, I want to talk to Ms. Sata. Ms. Sata?
Yeah, ma'am.
Where is the child now? Where is the labor?
The labor, yes, so they sue in the money, the people came, the Ministry of Justice and Gender and Children Protection, they came for the child and took him to the safe home.
And you gave them a child?
Yes.
Hey, Sata. Sata. And you gave them a child. So where they carry the child? And you are not with the child. Where they carry the child? People that have never been helping you. People that were not helping you. You cry. People hearing your voice. People coming, talking for you. Then because you're making noise, because you cry all over, so the shame now they can't give her the child. Do you know what they're going to do to the child? Do you know where they carry the child?
Yes,
and do you know what they're going to do to the child? Sata, where is this child?
They took the
And you
child to the
sit
safe
down
and they
there.
said, anytime I want to see the child, I should call up, then I'll go see they will bring the boy to Ministry of Gender. I'll go see the boy.
And not sufficient. And not good. Not good. Wherever they carry the child, you, the mother, you should be there.
They said they couldn't.
You should be there. You should be there. Wherever they carry the child, whether in a safe home, whether in a hospital, wherever they carry that child, you have to be beside your child. You don't want to carry that anymore. You don't want to carry the pain. You will not do it because you're making noise. People helping you. People talking. The media talking. The way they came for the child. You follow them, say, I won't see you when they carry, where you carry my child, I won't be there.
Yeah.
So what will happen tomorrow now when bad news reach to you? How will you feel?
Until the problem are there, like my one.
Yes.
At the time the people came or public, like what people blasting until they begin me, I won't walk away. I don't want bring it in. My life until at risk. My life at risk because these people are deleting to my son. They are not common people. Even at the JFK, the child was even at the JFK, the child was the child life was at risk. That's the reason I decide for me to, if I agree to get a child. If I had taken that child at different news, and I get nobody behind me, nobody was there. I alone was there.
All right, Anna.
I'm advising you. What you have to do, Sata, you get your child. Tell them, okay, I want a child be with me. Then any help that you put have, whether medication, whether that you bring him to treating in the household, he should be with me. But don't take him from me. Let him be with me. And you will come and play your part.
All right, Hannah.
But not taking it away. That's what you were to do.
We're almost out of time.
You don't give them the child.
Okay.
Thank you. You don't give them the child.
Like true. And what happened was, at that time, it was not forced for me to get a child. But they played the East Lento place. I could not carry the child back. It was the same very day. At the time, the hospital had already discharged us. Since morning, they discharged us.
All right, Sada, hold on. Don't get emotional. I know what you're going through. Don't just keep your calm. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah. You want to be the last, then we.
Yes, thank you very much. Mr. Andrews, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call for my Popo corner down Coast. Sata, my sister, all of us are in sympathy with you. But now that you have started to praise the government, then what kind of assistance you want us to do? So my only appeal to you, maybe there's a learning care for you. Maybe you did not understand what was happening, but you make us the advocate look ugly. But happy here, we pray for the better for you, my sister. Let God be with your child. I don't know what kind of advocate you want us again to do for you again. Thank you, Mr. Andrews. Thank you very much.
Okay. So last one. Hello.
Yeah, please, man. That moment. Let me just take 15 seconds. You see why I wanna say it was because of the media? Now you heard us saying that yesterday morning they came with it for the child. Since when?
Wait, Sada, wait. When your time coming, don't wait.
I want me to be talking.
Yeah,
Since when?
Wait.
And she didn't even talk anything about the media. And because of what we did, and because of what Freedom FM, Kiss FM, Banner FM did, I made this, the wicked people came for that child yesterday. We understood her problem, but she was like, just say, let me stay away from the radio because I can't come.
All right, Mr. Carr.
So how can we help now? How can we help? When government is doing all good. What kind of wicked government you so? Huh?
All right, Mr. Carr. All right. Sada, don't get emotional. That how you looking. When you get problem, when you start saying you will get confused. That how you looking. The 1 year that your first big problem, you've been having other problems in life and you've been finding a way to handle it. The 1 year I can understand. So listen, don't get emotional. Don't do anything that way you will confuse yourself. Yeah. Take your time, relax yourself. Everybody listening to you, they feel for you, they concern about the boy because that child, and you concern more than everybody, but you are the one who, you're the only person that can make the people to feel please. Yeah, thank you. So I'll beg you, don't get emotional. Yeah, I can understand your condition. Don't mind what they're saying. Yeah, they expressing themselves to you based on what you explain. But they stay with you. They stay concerned about you, and they will be with you. They will still be calling you. Everybody have your number. That radio is going all over. Everybody get your number. They will be calling you. Whatever assistance they can give, will do it. Yeah, don't get emotional. Yeah? The same way sometimes you can be talking to some people too when they're going through something and say, calm down. We understand. Not easy. So just what you can say. Now you say, then we go. Yeah. Don't get emotional. The same way you are talking for you are relaxed. That the same way. Yeah.
Yes, I just want to clearly air on for those of you that are saying maybe the government had bribed me, the government had given me money, or the government had given me something, or the government think back or anything. My child life is very important. I am thinking about my life and the life of my other children and the safety of my child. At the time the people came in. I raised up a lamb. That's how the government came in when I raised the alarm and thing. We all know that the men were forward at the Liberia prison compound on the 12th, I think the 12th of January. I talk here depending on the question that I'm asked to talk. You ask me question, I will explain. The play I am, I say I'm confused. This is my first time. I didn't know I was going to explain all the things then.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Because I asked if I had knew, I didn't know.
Yeah, and you say that you alone, that your first time. That's
And
true.
secondly, I haven't taken anything. Do I look like somebody who is willing to compromise? If I wanted to compromise, why will I come out? No matter what happened.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
There's no amount of gifts, amount of riches, amount of money, or amount of visa to even get my entire family abroad can face the damages Peter Bonjala and his two friends had caused in my son's life. Peter Bonjala caused a very huge damages in my son's life. For 3 days to be having constant sex with a minor in his anus and drugs in him and things. These are cases that I'm going to compromise.
That 3 days of that?
I will not compromise, so you people should not think that way. The first people that called and started talking, I think they understood where I'm coming from. They understood my point, and the last people that were calling and blasting and things. That's not how people do things. They bought at JFK. People went there, you know how many times they went there to kill him? But because of the security of JFK, the police that were there and things, they safeguard him and things. We agree. We should have gone for hearing ever since the 12 the men were in prison. And the prosecutor told me that we were going to go for hearing by the 15th. The moment I noticed that something was fishy, what I did, I came out to the public, and what they did, they dismissed the men from all the case and took him from there and gave me another prosecutor. And because I knew that the case I'm not hearing about it was dragging, let me make you people, every one of you who are out in Liberia here, I am not happy. I am not protecting the government. But that was the time the government came in, which was yesterday. Everybody started coming in force yesterday and today. At the time, I was facing problems, circumstances, and things, and they were dragging. They could not pick up my calls, those that were assigned with me. But when I raised up the issue, that's how everyone on there came in. I agree. During the incident, no government official reached out to me. Nobody reached out to me. There was nothing until I raised up this issue. This video, that I did secretly when we moved to the VIP ward. At the time my son was on trauma, at the time we carried him, he was on the critical ward. These are things that were happening to him, and the doctor refused and said it was lies. So the moment I decided to be silent and know what all going on, that's how I started doing the video and thing. The video you see in the green trouser, that money video there. That recent video, that our money video, when he was crying, holding on his hands and thing. I am not here to protect the government.
So, Sada, Sada,
yeah.
You said something, but you said that yesterday the government officials started coming?
Yes.
Because in one of your interviews, you talk about the Solicitor General Augustine Fire. You call him, and he said, I think he was busy. You're going to call you back, and you call another government official and he answer your call.
I called the counselor that was on the case, which is Calvin Momo. He was the one I called. His phone rang. He didn't pick up. But when I called Augustine Fire, Counselor Augustine Fire, he picked up and told me that he and I were talking, but I didn't get him. But I only told him, I said, the victim uncle saw this guy out. Then he said, but who bring the man out? I said, how am I supposed to know? It was on Saturday I made that call, to be honest. And from Saturday, none of them reached out to me.
Amen. So that only yesterday they start showing concern.
So they didn't reach out to me. So after I published and thing, I came outside. That's the time the people started coming. And the time they came for the child, I alone, I don't want there. I can't take the child. They say today is which day? Say
today is Thursday, the 19th.
Okay. Yesterday was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, Tuesday. I was at JFK when call was coming in. People were sending me messages that I should not sleep. You see my body, my eye have been open money side.
Yeah, I can see that you.
Sunday and thing, I break down and thing because of the same child. So when the people came for him, I didn't want to tell the government that I carry my child with me. What if I didn't have means of taking him somewhere else? Only the place where the incident took place. If I take that child and carry that child there, they see incident that happened in Tuporo. Lele and her children are left in a fire.
Besides that, the condition of the boy, you're not medical person to
there will be no evidence, and negligence will be on my part.
Yeah, you're right.
And negligence will be on my part. I alone in the midst of a lot of people. I know it is my child, but at that point, they have discharged his child. Since last week Monday, the child was discharged. Everything I said in that video, I didn't lie.
Last week Monday, they discharging last week Monday.
Alleged it was because when the president in St. Peter Bonjala was in prison. Maybe that's the only thing, because I did not have evidence. I did not take a picture.
So that last week Monday,
thank you. That last week Monday, they discharged him. And I said it. Jenna did not respond. All the time they were calling her, they didn't respond. They discharged him before. But when you're having complication and thing, I went back to the lawyers. When they killed him, they reopened his file. That's how the lawyers went to the administrative building. That's how they took infected measure and took us to the VIP wall. Because the security, the police, guy who is rescued, said that the child need to be protected and are not supposed to be seeing this child. That's how the people carry on to the VIP wall. And I make sure that in that VIP wall, there where the child was receiving medication that make him can sit and think. There where that was the place that after 3 days he didn't use the bathroom. He used the bathroom 2 times. And even as that, saying he used that bathroom for 2 times, he haven't used the restroom yet, up to now. So why we are lie?
And but the men get drafted too. That kind of condition, you just go treat somebody quickly, then you discharge them.
I will not lie. I am not here to protect anybody.
Drafted, man.
And I didn't take money from anyone. And I'm not going to take anyone. Why we I sell my birthright? If I take money, then me, my dignity
no, Sada, they didn't say you take money.
No, somebody did measure and say maybe the government had brought me. But no. At the time they came in, we know that they have been tracking and think they were not giving me attention. They were not giving me attention. I agree. But after I came outside and think, that's the time they came in fault. Let me make you people to understand. And that's why they came to me and tell me that they will make sure everything will be in place. If even I want to go see the man, I should call and go to the Ministry of Justice. I will see the man, he is in cell. I'm not backing for nobody.
Okay, so that the reason you said to do that,
I'm not backing nobody. The people have already come and take the child. I will not lie. And even in taking the child, she not make me to understand that their responsibility are not yet. It is. That's why I discussed about his health issue. They said their responsibility is for shelter and protection. They are not responsible for medication. You understand? That's why I keep talking about his medication. That's why they say. It's not like I didn't want to take the child. But my fear, a lot of people, if like brain people not see something, they will not call you and advise you. because the place I was lying on there, I didn't sleep. Because the war was on, the VIP war, the moment Jenna did not come on Monday. When we went back on the war, patient were already there. They have put in patient there. So we have to go, they have to carry on a general war, like everybody was there and our curtain was there. And at the time I was receiving call, like somebody wanted to get rid of the child and think the video all on Facebook and think what I was going to do at that point. Me like year one walking, even in GFK, somebody was walking all behind me. My auntie said, what is the problem? I have to walk to the man and say, but what happened? Why are you telling me? Why are you walking behind me? And think, who yes, sir? You think I here to pimp the government? No! They were dragging, they were not giving me attention. Even the two people that public lawyers that assigned to me. From the time they went there, I think 2 or 3 times at the time, he was still at trauma. They didn't step there. Even when I called them, because no one is giving me any information, most especially the doctor. So even when I called a lawyer, I needed him to be there at the point. I said it in the video, he didn't turn up. That the video make, after the video came out and thing, all of them came in crew. I was not expecting it that way and thing. And this is my first time coming in studio. I don't know the player. I am confused. Because even they carry the child. I bought from the child, get it and thing, but the child can't use phone there. They didn't tell me it. I've been calling the child. I can't get the child. That's how the soldier were. The lady told me that don't worry. The person who is taking care of the child will get your number and be in contact so you'll be able to be talking to the boy. But they can't allow him to get phone. I said, but the Ministry of Gender who are making it clear to me and thing because they were there. I even went to get him charged. She said, but no, he's not supposed to use phone. I said, myself, but they were just to make me understand. I waiting there, wrote and gave the child, but there was nothing. If I have somebody behind me or something, it was not going to be like that. I'm not praising somebody, but that's the time they came in and take the child from me. And they made me to understand, Jenna, made me to understand it is not for when you want to take your child, you can carry your child, but where am I carrying this child?
All right, Sata. All right.
In the first place, the crime started from in Peter Bonjala house. Before they took him to the Tia Johnson Road, before they carry him down there and think. So why we are back or protect somebody? I'm not protecting nobody.
No, you're not, you're backing the government.
Everybody
you're protecting anybody.
That I am here and I am also protecting my life. I'm not protecting nobody. I was that who were helping me. Besides people who don't know me, they are the one I was reaching out. My aunt. Other people help me. But reason you cannot just mention everybody's name. Because these are people too they were accusing that they were the ones supporting me behind the case and things to make sure to put the man behind back. You think I will protect the government? You people don't even know how I am broken.
Yeah, no, that's
because
true.
My child
that's true, Sata.
He is not an ordinary child. My child was born second son. And Eric gave the child Kingway. Peter Bonjala and his 2 other friends have destroyed him for life and taking his gift away from him. Can sorrow replace anything?
No.
It's everlasting trauma. Whatever he did is everlasting trauma. It is stigmatized. So I cannot do anything to say I will take bribe or anything from the government.
No, you
That's
can't.
why I
You
came
can't.
out and I even told the government that if you people think that dragging a case or something that I want to compromise or something, you people should have it wrong because I am standing for justice. It is justice I want. Let me make you people to understand that calling in and out of Liberia. This solemnization case you people hearing, everything concerning my son, it is proving positive. There is no negativity that is attached to it. Everything is broad and clear. So I know that my son will receive the justice and thing he needs.
Yes,
but
so
once
true.
I see
All right,
something
Sata.
that is fishy, I will come to the public.
Yeah.
Because ever since we should have gone for the first hearing, But once you see that bureau things dragging, you must know there is something undercover.
That's true.
And I'm a single mother. I don't have anything. I don't have nobody besides God I'm depending on. So I am not protecting nobody. They were not doing nothing for me. My son was down there who were buying pampers. Like they thought on 2 pampers, 1 box of sugar, 2 Ovaltine, 1 small little milk cup.
That
what gender gave me.
Gender ministry gave you.
The money and thing I was spending buying her food, his stuff and thing. That now they were giving it to me. At the time, I used to cook every day and carry food. The food that they prescribed and thing for him to be eating. Jenna was not doing it for me. When Jenna respond, it was yesterday. Do I have option to say no? We coming back on the FE to the simple the man have most deaths the child multiple times before taking him over there.
All right, Sata. Take time. Don't get over emotional.
I will not compromise.
No, you can't do that,
I am not
man.
going to compromise.
You can't do that.
I am seeking for medical help. They told me plain that is not their responsibility.
When I Sata, you can't do that. That's your child. That's your first child. You went through everything. You would never do anything to compromise the life of your child. Don't mind what people say. Everybody get a right to express themselves. They express themselves, and then you have made a clarification. That's what they understood.
That's why I took photo.
Leave it. You can't compromise your child's life. You're going through it. You are the ones who are feeling the pain. So just leave it. You made it clear that just yesterday they came in. So it's understood. They were not showing concern.
They were not showing concern and aqua.
They were doing nothing.
Thank you. Even
that yesterday,
on the day of the surgery, those public defending that are signed with me, they haven't called Halliburton.
So if they came and start doing 1 or 2 things, you can't deny it. You have to say it.
I have to say it to the public.
Yeah.
Because they will feel like people have bribed me to go against the government. I'm not going against the government. The thing I go on and what I will say.
Yeah. What they do.
I'm not here to protect anybody or lies to say.
All right,
I understand that you people, they extremely well for me, for my son, that your voice went beyond out of Liberia and all parts of the world that people are reaching out to me and think I am highly grateful.
So, Sada, we gotta go. We already the show time are finished. You can do that. Thank you for coming in to explain your condition. Everybody have been concerned about the boy. He is a child. Whatever may have happened, it already happened. It's about his life right now. It's about his life. It's not who said this or you compromise or other people not wanting to show any concern. Everybody had always been concerned about the boy. That's why I say come and explain, let the people hear, let them know exactly what is happening, because the same way some people were thinking that, oh, the government not doing this, the government not doing that, the government doing this. And truly, you see, you made everybody to know now that the government truly were not doing anything that yesterday.
The people, all of them came in
yesterday. So you see, the government too had not been very good. That's a bad attitude.
It was not fair.
That government official damaged your son. So it means from the very first day, they abandoned the boy. They had no time. From the time the thing happened yesterday was the 18th. Today is the 19th. So all those days, those weeks, they have not been showing concern. That yesterday they came in based on what people have been, the concerns people have been raising. That's a bad thing of the government, that bad attitude. You can't do that. All right. So we have to go. Whatever, it doesn't say that you people can help. You know, Liberians are people who are concerned. That Liberianness is part of us. It's just supernatural. Whatever, please. These are Satan's numbers. Already some people have tried to reach out. One of your mothers sent $50 for you. 0886 13 91 67. 0886 13 91 67. Isn't that the first mobile money number, Sata?
No, the one I read only people that know.
Yeah, that know that the mobile money numbers. Yes, people say you must send it. You heard the people saying they want a number, so they will send money to you. Yeah. Okay. 1591 67. So we take the one from there. So her mobile money number is 0886 15 91 67. The name on it is Sataras,
Yeah.
Sataras Kennedy. Sataras Kennedy. Finding Sataras Kennedy. 0886 15 91 67. The Sataras number. You people who requested for it. Whatever you can do, it's about human life. Drop the politics. Drop the politics. Drop the sentiment. It's about human life. Whether she support, she praised the government, or she praised the government, you want to look at it from a human perspective. You want to look at it from that point. Take the story of the prodigal son, not the prodigal son, but the good Samaritan, the pastor, and the Levi. And you want to be that last person, the good Samaritan. The good Samaritan was not critical of anything. The good Samaritan did not want the man to say negative thing of the next person or so. The good Samaritan was concerned about humanity, was concerned about that man's life. So whatever happened, he looked at the man's survivor and he took him to the inn and treated him and said, whatever the charge, put it on me. You want to look at it in that direction too. Just look at the boy. Think about the boy's life. Whatever you can do. Forget about government. Everybody knows that this government is bad to the core. This government attitude should not be a strange thing to you. It should not be a strange thing. You know very well. It's clearly, one said they abandoned the board. Just yesterday they came in. So it should not, when if I were the one, I would say, if they came today, and they say we're helping you, I would say the government help. They came today to help.
I'm not going to help. Me and you are going to go home because they have already done since morning.
Yeah, so that's not anything you should be critical about.
Yeah, if you wanted me for me and the child to come home, I said no, we can't go back home until the gender come in because what if I carry home, we go home, somebody harm us.
Yeah.
We didn't waiting from Monday until Monday, which was 1 week again.
Okay.
They didn't come.
All right.
Yesterday.
So please, we beg you, you look at it from that point, yeah? You'll be of help to Satan. You'll forget about this wicked government to the core. Yeah, you don't mind this government. Again, Satan's mobile money number is 0886 15 91 67. Gabriel Man, I look forward to seeing you. Okay, so 0886 15 91 67. That's Satar's number. She is Sataras X. Kennedy, mother of the boy that was allegedly sodomized by John Peter Bono Jala and his men. The two guys are on the run. Sada, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it, though it was hard, but you try the best you can. Keep your quiet, keep your calm. Things will get better with time. I know it hurts. It's not easy, but just keep your quiet. Don't be responding to everybody, everything people will be saying to you. You have already broken down. So don't allow other things then to make it worse. That's how people can go off to you. You are a mother of 4. The other children are looking up to you. So just keep that courage. Yeah. Since they have come in now and they're doing X, Y, Z, just look up to them. Anything you satisfy with, anything you say, bring it out. Bring it out. And we'll call you. And you see, Kings FM call you. They say, come and explain. When you see anything, nobody will do anything to you. Nobody will harm the ball. Everybody eyes on the government. The last thing that the government will ever want to do is to harm that ball or to get to you. Don't worry about anything. Everybody eyeball on the government. Everybody knows the government bad. So everybody looking. All right, Sada. That's how we go. Lead our we tell our off, Sada. Thank you ever so much for being with us. That's how we go home on the show for today. The Thursday edition. We're back tomorrow if God permits. Join us at 6 p.m. for the news, and then at 8, the doctor himself is in, the teacher of the land, the light of the nation, the evangelist, and Anthony at law, A.B. William, will face the issues. If God permits, we'll be back tomorrow. This is how we go home.